Mark Lamar, this is Never Mind the Buzzcocks, the pop quiz that says the lady in red, obviously not as shakeable as the nanny, is she? Our team captains are two comedians who like to snap their fingers, tap their feet, hold their groin and have a host of other annoying habits besides. It's Sean Hughes and Phil Jupiter, ladies and gentlemen. Sean's first guest is Marcella Detroit, who, as half of Shakespeare's sister, spent 8 weeks at #1 with Stay. She takes her name from the American Motor City where she was born, the bustling Michigan town of Marcella. Just mentioning the name of Sean's other guest still brings an ah to the lips of normally rational women. He used to lead Haircut 100, but now he's an established solo artist. Nick Hayward, Marcella and Nick, Sean's team, ladies and gentlemen. Phil's first guest, Martin Mosser, is the lead singer with G. He sold more records than all our other panellists put together, but then he did used to work in our price. Phil's other guest is a man who's recently hosted a contest for showbiz wannabes called the Big Big Talent Show. It caused a bit of a sensation when the host came last. Jonathan Ross. Martin and Jonathan, Phil's team, ladies and gentlemen. We start the show with our freeze frame round. We play each team part of a music video, then just as it's about to get really interesting, we press the pause button. Something bizarre's going to happen, and we want to know what it is. Sean, Marcella and Nick, it's your go first. This is ex-Van Halen singer David Lee Roth with a nicely understated performance. Right, so that was Just a Gigolo from 1985, which was a massive hit in gay clubs anyway, but what happens next?
Well, it looks like it's a wild sex party, so was it around your house, Jonathan?
Yes, it was, sure. You little Irish monkey boy, you.
So do you pop up, does Jonathan pop up next in a skirt and go, it's just a Monday night for me? You've only invited me there once and I was too shocked. I was brought up Catholic, Jonathan.
Yeah, but you took it like a troop on for that.
Well, it's swinging along nicely now, isn't it?
Yeah, I think there's a big Frankenstein
blows up
with Billy Idol.
It goes back and then gets electrocuted, kind of thing.
And rightly so as well. Because he's mostly metal these days after his crashes anyway, so... Big explosion.
Okay, well, let's see.
Lobotomy, yeah.
Yes, David Lee Roth unwittingly electrocutes a Billy Idol lookalike, so I think I'll give you 2 points there. The real Billy Idol came close to death in 1990 when he was involved in a horrific motorcycle accident and tragically made a full recovery. Phil, Martin and Jonathan, your clip is from a short film made by Paul Weller and the Style Council in 1986 called Jerusalem.
In ancient times, walk upon England's mountains green.
Paul Weller has said that that's the one thing in his career that he's embarrassed about, but what happens next?
The two blokes at the Jam stagger into the scene, flogging the Big Issue.
I think Ocean Colour Scene come on and take notes.
Is that the key moment in Paul's career when he realised that he'd taken a wrong turn and disappeared up his own arse and decided to break up the stuff? I think what actually happens is because it's all that English old patriotism thing that he got involved with, that jingoistic thing, and the camera pans around and it's that woman who makes a living out of impersonating the Queen and looks very little like her, reading from William Blake's Jerusalem.
Right, well, let's see.
And did those feet in ancient times walk upon and walk the holy Lamb of God on England's pleasant pastures seen?
I find it very hard to believe that Paul Weller's embarrassed about that, don't you? What's he talking about?
A black queen dresser-like quotes the words of Jerusalem, so 1 point for you there, I think. The Style Council behaved just like your local council. They had weekly meetings, believed in democratic decision-making and had regular collections of rubbish. At the end of that round, Phil's team have 1 point and Sean's team have 2. Next up is our intros round. Each captain and a guest perform the introduction to famous songs using sounds but no words, and the remaining team member has to guess what the song is. Sean, Marcella and Nick, here are your 4 intros.
Yeah. All right, off you go. Okay.
I'm more intrigued to see what instruments you were playing. Marcella was playing one of those whistle things.
It's,
you know what it was there, Nick?
Dexys Midnight Runners, Gino.
It was Gino. Well done.
You ready?
Ready?
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll my sleeves up for this.
What the? Oh, Stevie Wonder. Isn't she mental? Isn't she mad? Isn't she lovely?
Isn't she mental?
Isn't she lovely?
Sean, what was...
Baby crying.
Yeah, I can't remember that.
That's how it starts, a baby crying. But maybe he was holding on to Stevie Wonder, that's why he always like that on the keyboard. Kid hanging onto his beads or something.
No, Sean, it's because he's blind.
Yeah, because you also always see blind people like this, don't you, man? I'm always helping them across the room and tilt your head up! Okay. Doom 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 doom. Doom 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 doom. Bing bing. Doom 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 doom. Doom 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 doom. Bing bing. Doom 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 doom. He said big smoke signal. He fight.
I know it's Queen and David Bowie, but I don't know the actual... Under pressure. Under pressure.
I like, kid, do you like to sing this song?
Mm-hmm.
I love you.
Simon and Garfunkel. Bridge over troubled water. You got to roll with it and all that Oasis.
Yeah, roll with it by Oasis. Well done. 4 points there. The song's for Gino by Dexys Midnight Runners. Isn't She Lovely by Stevie Wonder, who in 1973 was involved in a serious car crash. In fact, the crash was so serious that at one point his whole life flashed before his ears. Under Pressure by Queen and David Bowie, and Roll With It by Oasis. Phil and Martin, here are your 4 intros.
Thank you very much.
And there's a point for each one. Jonathan manages to identify.
Oh, I see, is it?
To your feet.
Well,
Yeah.
you ready, son?
Yeah, go on, go on.
I know this isn't it, but it sounds a bit like the beginning of Summer Holiday. We're all going on a summer holiday, see? I know that isn't it, but now that's in my head, I'm stuck with that.
No.
It's going to be me and Cliff all night long now. Summer holiday. Ruin my evening now because it's going to be Cliff and more Cliff all night long. Cliff.
Summer holiday is down, 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 down.
Yeah,
there you go. That's summer holiday, right?
That's the guitar bit.
I'm going to have to hand it over.
This is the most infuriating experience of my life. But I know that. Boom, boom, boom. Hey, you can't have it yet. I haven't finished. What are you doing?
It's not Diamond Dogs, it's Rebel.
Rebel. I was on the verge.
Let's hear how that was supposed to sound.
He was slightly off. Actually, no, you're on. I do feel like a fool now.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I feel like a wave-faced poltroon.
Okay.
Some holiday? It's Adam and the Ants. What do you know? You can... Goody two-show.
Yes, Goody two-show. Well done. Okay.
You start, Phil.
Right.
I think now you're just being silly, aren't you? I don't believe any such song as ever been recorded.
I'll hand it over then.
It's Blur Country House.
It is Blur Country House.
I should keep still a bit because the movement is scaring me.
It's a kind of Mexican wobble I get going.
Ba-ba-ba-ba. 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 Yeah, I've got it now. I'll tell you what.
Jonathan, do you know what the answer is?
Well, can I have a couple of minutes? Because I'll tell you for what. I know the tune. I'm trying to... In my head, I'm working through the rest of it to try and hit the lyrical bit that gives me the words.
That is sort of the point of this game.
You know what this is? I've never seen it done live before, and that's what's funny. Because the live version is always slightly different from the album track. It's throwing me a bit. It's like a solo in there. I didn't know.
All right, I'm going to hand that one over.
Is it Pet Shop Boys, West End Girls?
It is Pet Shop Boys, West End. I want to hear that again. Well, in your own round there, you managed to score 1 point as opposed to their 3. So the songs were Rebel Rebel by David Bowie. There was a fashion among pop stars in those days to give your kids rhyming names. David Bowie called his son Zoe Bowie. Mark Bolan named his kid Roland Bolan. And Paul Anka, he didn't have any children. There's Goody Two Shoes by Adam Ant, Country House by Blur and West End Girls by the Pet Shop Boys. The name Pet Shop Boys is said to derive from a bizarre sexual practice involving hamsters. I can't tell you the exact details, but you'll know it if you see it by the telltale bulging cheeks. At the end of that round, the scores are 2 points for Phil's team and 9 for Sean's. Incredible, isn't it, mate? That is the case. Our next round is all about indecipherable lyrics. If you thought the Moody Blues sang a song called Nights in Prestatyn, then this is the round for you. The team's task is to tell us what words the groups are meant to be singing. 2 points for total accuracy and 1 if you're partly right. So Sean's team, it's the Rolling Stones for you back in 1971. This is Brown Sugar.
Why is he dressed like a jockey for that song?
Yeah, Jonathan wouldn't be caught dead in a jacket like that, would you?
No. No, but I think there's something funny to say about it in a minute.
What do you think the words were to that song?
Something about he told his slave to buy some cotton veil and then sold in the markets down in New Orleans.
God's got a shaver, and
He was bored with the beard image, it just wasn't working.
and he's doing all right. Hear him do his whiskers just around midnight.
You think you know the words?
Yeah, I think it's stone cold slaves out in the cotton fields, sold them in the marketplace in New Orleans. Scarred old slave, you know he's doing all right. You should have heard him just around midnight.
Well, let's hear you sing that along with the Stones.
I'm dressed like a jockey, hope to win the race. I got Lee, hot dogs. Hey, I'm number 3. Hey, around midnight.
I do.
actual words were Gold Coast slave ship bound for cotton fields, sold in a market down in New Orleans. Scarred old slaver knows he's doing all right. Hear him whip the women just around midnight. I'm going to give you a point for that because that's incredibly close. Yeah. Bill Wyman has now left the Stones, but he was with them for 31 years through thick and thin, or Mandy Smith as she was also known. Phil's team. It's Birmingham's finest, Napalm Death to You with Scum. What words, and I swear there are published lyrics to this, what words is being sung there by the Death's lead?
I know it's a cliche, but it's true. They really don't write them like that anymore, do they?
He was just doing the Wookiee out of Star Wars. Because they were playing away behind him and he's going...
I think the crowd must have been upset also. Just one of their ballads.
Yeah, no, it was a slowie.
Are the lyrics? I bought a lovely donkey at Widdicombe Fair. I bought a lovely donkey at Widdicombe Fair. I bought a lovely donkey at Widdicombe Fair.
Eeyore.
Scum.
Scum.
Well, let's hear you sing that along with the clip.
Okay. Donkey, here we go. I bought a donkey at Widdicombe Fair. I bought a lovely donkey at Widdicombe Fair. I bought a lovely donkey at Widdicombe Fair. It was lovely. I think I've now got one.
The real words were hide behind your TV, hide behind life. You should be living, but you only survive. Life holds nothing but pain and death. Don't look for love, there is none left.
You know, it's funny you chose that, because that's my wife and I, that's our song.
Darling, they're playing our song.
Takes me...
Let's sing it together, darling.
You know, Phil, when you do that and pull that face, takes me right back to the honeymoon. I'm telling you, it's like being there.
Napalm Death take their name from a type of gelid petroleum which is used in bombs and also eaten at really hard children's parties. At the end of that round, Phil's team still have 2 points and Sean's team have 10. This next round is the identity parade, where we ask each team to pick out pop stars of the past from a lineup. Phil's team, I'm sure you all obeyed instantly when Kenny demanded that you do the bump way back in 1974. And for the audience alone, the teams don't see this, here are the boys singing and indeed bumping. Phil's team, we'd like you to pick out their lead singer and guitarist, Rick Driscoll. So, 5 to choose from, but only one really pushed that dance envelope. For 2 points, which one is Rick Driscoll? Is it number 1 with the positive eyebrows? Is it number 2 who dyes his hair? Number 3, more lump than bump? Number 4 with the centre parting? Or number 5 who needs a shave?
Is there any clue to be gleaned from the fact that only 3 can afford to buy leather trousers? I'm very disappointed. I only came along on the promise I'd meet paper lace tonight. Billy, don't be a hero. Remember that, you see?
Yeah.
You see? What do you see?
A buffoon who's talking too much.
OK, what are we going to go with? What do you reckon?
Pick one. 4?
I think 4. I think that's
4.
the man. I think number 4.
Let's go for 4. With
Let's
this one.
Rick.
The real Rick Driscoll, please make himself known.
Number 5.
No.
Looks good.
Number 5.
We could have got that.
But you know, proof positive that monkey glands work.
Ladies and gentlemen, Rick Driscoll. Sean's team, your task is to recognise Mungo Jerry's main man, Ray Dorset. For the audience only, here's Ray and Mungo Jerry performing their first number 1 in the summertime, way back in 1970. But can you recognise the Ray Dorset of today? suspects, but only one of them spent the 70s looking like a Yeti's arse. For 2 points, Sean's team, which one is Ray Dorset? Is it number 1, the resting security guard, number 2, with the winning smile, number 3, with the manly features, number 4, your friendly local mobster, or number 5, something for the ladies?
I'm feeling pretty scared, but it's because there's 5 gangsters in. Probably more scared than you were about that lake that you were always fearing about. What was that? What? Is it down to the lake I fear? What was so scary about a lake? You used to get frightened of water. Why?
What do you mean?
Oh. Tell the people what that Love Plus One song was about, Nick.
Well, it was quite political in its own way.
It was about the Falkland Islands, in case anyone didn't know.
Yeah,
love, love plus one. It's so obvious now.
In what way was it about the Falklands?
Well, I don't know, do you remember the time around...
I'm bored now, Nick. If we could decide who may be Ray Dorset out of these people.
I like the one that's something for the ladies, actually. I'm coming over there right now, baby.
Go on, then.
Not really.
2.
Oh, number 2.
Number 2.
Okay. Yeah, why do you think that?
Because it is him.
Oh. Well, let's have a look. Would the real Ray Dorset please step forward? It is number 2. Ladies and gentlemen, Ray Dorset! So at the end of that round, Phil's team have 2 points and Sean's team have 12. Well done. Our next round is Dance Hell. We show each team a dance routine from Top of the Pops, but without the music. With only the fabulously literal choreography as a clue, the teams have to guess what song is being danced to. 2 points for the right answer. First of all, Sean's team, which means legs and coat, strangling the song at birth here.
I think they could be Daleks in their party frocks there beside them.
And there's arrows there to show them where they're supposed to be going, I think.
I thought Morris dancing lesbians to me.
But it's obviously car wash, because they are so pathetic. Luckily they cut out the water there, otherwise you would have been shitting yourself. Because that's what they probably end up doing now. They're those people, legs and coat, they're the people that stop you at the traffic lights to clean your windscreen. But they offer that special thing of, like, they dance around your car as well, so they get a lot of laughing. And go, oh, I've had my car danced around earlier on, go away. But it's definitely car wash.
Car wash, well, let's see if you're right. That was Rose Voice's hit Car Wash, so 2 full points there. Phil's team, it's Pants People for you, and what song is this?
Oh, hello. It's a Lady Shave advert.
This is Michael Jackson's Stag Night, isn't it?
This is an X-Files I haven't seen.
It's not an early tryout for the Wombles before they got all the suits the same. We'll try them all out, see which one clicks with the public, and we'll go with that. The cat's back thing didn't make it.
I think it was, I don't know, it was made at the end of the financial year. They had a lot of spare costumes. I thought, bang them on the girls, let them dance to some bloody thing or other, I don't care.
Was it the Funky Gibbon?
The Funky Gibbon?
Funky Gibbon?
No, it wasn't. I'm going to have
What about... Can we do it? Mark!
Oh, come on.
Am I free to say?
Yes?
Monster Mash?
I can't believe you got that, but let's see if you're right. You are.
We had Monster Mash, we rejected it. We did the apparent literalism that you boast about every week of Pan's People. Literalism? I see no literalism.
Look, and your argument is that it can't be Monster Mash.
It can't be Monster Mash.
I can prove you wrong on that score.
You can't take losing to a woman, can you, John?
Not for cash. That was Monkey Go Chop Banana by Dan I. And you've switched the track to make them look good because they're losing. And when this goes out, they'll win like 11-2 or something. You're making fools of us, Lamar. It's 15. You're better than this.
You're not. That was Bobby Boris Pickett and the Crypt Kickers with Monster Mash.
So you say.
And Pan's People with the glazed expressions and stiff, lifeless movements of the undead, which fortunately fitted in with the song that particular week. Phil's team have 2 points and Sean's team have 15. We build up to a fitting climax with our next lines round, where a lot of points on offer. For 90 seconds, I'll quote lines from famous songs to each team, and their job is to tell what line follows. 1 point for each one you get right, and the leading team goes first, which means Sean's team, your 90 seconds starts now. I should be so lucky.
Lucky, lucky, lucky.
Yep, Kylie Minogue. Smoke on the water.
Lucky, lucky, lucky.
It was fire by Deep Purple, I'm going to give you that. I see a little silhouette of a man.
Scaramouche, Scaramouche, will you do the fandango?
I'll give you it anyway, fandango. There isn't a dance called the fandando, Nick. If I said you had a beautiful body...
Would you hold it against?
Yep. Ha ha ha, he he he.
We're all having
laughing
a right
gnome.
old laugh.
What did you say? On the laugh, no, you can't catch me?
You can't catch me.
Is that what you said?
Yeah.
All right. David Bowie. Where do we go from here?
Is it down to the lake? He fears!
No. I'm afraid it was, is it down to the lake after, so I can't give you that haircut 100. A what, Bopaloo Bop?
A bamboo.
Yeah, Little Richard. I found my thrill.
A blueberry hill.
Yeah, Fats Domino. So tell me what you want, what you really, really want.
You really want...
I wanna.
The answer is, I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. Spice Girls. Nights in White Satin, never reaching the end.
Just what I'm going through, you can't understand.
No, it was letters I've written, never meaning to say. Nights in White Satin, which means that Phil's team, you need 21 points to win. Your 90 seconds starts now. Help, I need somebody. Yeah, you're doing the Norwegian version there. Yeah. You've got the looks, I've got the brains.
Let's make lots of money.
Yeah, back to it, boys. Saturday night at the movies.
Don't care what picture I see.
Yeah, Drifters. In the Jungle, the mighty jungle.
The lion sleeps at night.
Yeah, type fit. Pearl's a singer.
Yes, she bloody well is. She makes love, she sings songs every night in the nightclub.
No, she stands up when she plays the piano.
Very similar.
Singer, Rocky Brooks. Govinda Jaya Jaya, Govinda Jaya Jaya. That's the same line again. You're on the next line.
Oh, me Mata Hari Krishna.
Down the old Kent Road.
Very close. No, it was actually Radha Ramanahari.
Of course.
Govinda Bakula Shaker.
Of course, Mark.
What is wrong with my life?
Now isn't the time, Mark. Let's do some more questions.
That I must get drunk every night, Johnny, come home and find young cannibals. Gunpowder gelatine.
You're making these up, aren't you? Who's making some of these up?
With a laser beam.
Yes, Killer Queen, my cream. Oh, my love, my darling.
Oh, my
hunger for your touch.
Yeah, March Brothers. We are young, we run green.
Keep our teeth nice and clean.
Yeah, Supergrass. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It was since he's working overtime, XTC. The final scores are Phil's team have 9 points and Sean's team have 22. So, thanks to Sean, Marcella and Nick, Phil, Martin and Jonathan, you've been watching Never Mind the Buzzcocks.